Hello everyone, it's a beautiful day here at my Guppy outdoor setup. Every morning, I take out a cup of frozen dapnya from our freezer. I then use a small plastic container and then fill it up with warm water from the top. Place the frozen dapnya inside the container and wait for a few minutes to melt the frozen dapnya before feeding my guppies outdoor. While waiting for the frozen dapnya to melt, I realized sunshine has come today, providing beautiful sunlight to my guppies. It's been always raining this past few days, so I never thought it would be a very bright morning here today at my outdoor setup. After waiting for a few minutes, I'm sure frozen dapnya has melted already, and now it's time to feed our beautiful guppies with this very nutritious food. By the way, a lot of fish keepers are asking in the comment section how frozen dapnya smells like. Does it really have bad odor or does it smells good? Based on my observation, they really do have a slight stinky smell since they are living organisms. By the way, in my last video, we used a helicopter wing toy to feed our guppies, but not today because I stole my wife's measuring spoon. Also, I read a comment asking whether it's okay to feed frozen dapnya for grooming guppies. Definitely, frozen dapnya can be fed to baby guppies, juvenile, pregnant guppies, and for grooming guppies as well. So now, let's go ahead and feed our guppies. First, I want to feed all my guppies that I have here at my first multi-layer outdoor setup. So we will start here at the bottom since it's easier to feed here. This large tub right here is still vacant, so we will go feed the next tub where I placed my female 24K full gold gullwing ribbon guppy. Unfortunately, this beautiful female guppy is a bit shy, so we won't be able to see her properly. She's been very lonely here, and I think that's the reason why she's been feeling depressed and shy. So maybe I'll find another male gold guppy for her and be happy again in the future. Next is we will feed all the guppies that I have in the first layer, where I place all my juvenile male American pink whitegrass guppies. So both tubs contains same strain of American pink whitegrass. And this your love to eat frozen dapnya as well. If you remember in my last video, we have a new strain called blue dragon guppies. It's a trio, so we place 2 females in the right tub and 1 male in the left tub as well. As you can see, there are no more female guppies in this tub. A few days ago, one of the female jumped off to this tub right here where I placed the male blue dragon guppy, while the other female guppy is nowhere to be found. Surprisingly, when I checked the vacant tubs underneath, there I saw the other female in one of the tub, which is very unbelievable because I really don't know how she got inside this tub, when in fact this tub is just right underneath their original tub where I placed them. Anyway, if you had experienced the same scenario, let me know in the comment section because I really don't know what's happening here. Is it possible for a guppy to have a teleportation ability? Because as you can see, if that guppy jumps out from the top, then 99% sure she will probably fell on the ground right away. At the moment, I didn't transfer the female yet, but as you can see, I did try to lower down the water level so it prevents her from jumping off again. Anyway, these 2 tubs are still vacant, so we will go feed the remaining guppies in this tub on top. As I mentioned earlier, one of the female blue dragon guppy jumped up to this tub where I placed the male blue dragon guppy, so we will feed them both with frozen dapnya. So they've been together in this tub for a few days already, and since the incident, I decided to let the female stay here for breeding. Anyway, before I continue feeding our guppies outdoor, it's pretty obvious that I do have another multi-layer rack outdoor. It rained last night, so I decided to place my raincoat here because a few raindrops still fell directly to the rack. I actually did install a cover on top last night, but it wasn't enough to cover the entire rack. Last week, I decided to transfer my remaining indoor rack here at my outdoor setup, and I decided to set up my second multi-layer outdoor setup for guppies. This rack is 3 inches shorter than the first rack, but as you can see, I was still able to make it up to 4 layers including the bottom, where I placed 2 large tubs. I'm out of tubs, so I wasn't able to set up here at the top, but I will buy another tubs next week once I get my salary. As I mentioned a while ago, I did set up these tubs last week, and as you can see, white substances floating on top surface. These white substances are chemicals and mineral deposits which can harm our guppies, so we will remove all of it before placing our guppies here. But before removing all of that, let's continue feeding our guppies first. As you can see, I have the same setup on my first and second rack wherein there are two large tubs at the very bottom. Anyway, I've been talking a lot, so let's feed my juvenile 24K full gold gullwing in this first tub because I'm sure they are very hungry already. And then on the second tab is where I place my beautiful Dumbo ear mosaic guppy breeders. So we will also feed them lots of frozen dapnia because the female guppies, especially breeder females, tend to eat a lot. We will also sprinkle small amount of frozen dapnia everywhere because there's a couple of fry that I saw a while ago, so one of the female might have given birth already. Luckily, there's a bushy guppy grass inside the tub which protects baby guppies from being eaten by adult. We will also feed our beautiful purple mosaic half moon guppies inside this tub. Unfortunately, they've stayed at the bottom, so we won't be able to see them properly. My juvenile regular full gold guppies are super hungry this time, so we will feed them lots of frozen dapnia. Some of them have grown already, and some of them have already started to develop coloration, just like this beautiful male gold guppy that I caught. So maybe next week we will transfer these bigger ones, and then we can also use some males here to breed for my female 24K full gold gullwing. My beautiful koi guppies are already hungry, so we will also feed them with frozen dapnia. Albino guppies are sensitive to light, so I'm planning to transfer them to the second multi-layer rack after I finish setting it up. Last but not the least are my juvenile female American pink white grass guppies that I have in this tub, and we will also feed them with frozen dapnia as well. This is a very long video, so I decided to cut it into 3 parts. Tomorrow we will upload the second part. In the second part, I will give you updates of my imported guppies, like my purple mosaic half moon guppies, as well as our new strain which is the blue dragon guppies. And I'm also very excited to harvest baby guppies here at our outdoor guppy setup. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.